So this is what we were discussing. This is the sample booking. As I told you, I think somebody have joined now. Then you can see there is a link here. Sharing actually. So you have to go to the Mozilla Firefox or the Chrome browser, where you can type in the browser, you can type this number 208.109.14.175:175. So this is the link what you have to type. Then you will get this online customer portal of Indian Star Packaging, where you will find username and passwords. So this is a one time this thing. What we will do, IIP will create the username password and it will be given to the packaging manufacturer. And this online system is supposed to be filled or used by the packaging manufacturer only. This is not for the exporters. The extension certificate will be done as per the current procedures. Same way it will be done. Now we have created some this thing for the demo purpose. So this is what you will get. There are 3 tabs here. You can change the password. If you lose the password, you have to contact IIP for changing that. And you will have the status also. I'll tell you what it is. But we'll start with the booking. First time if you are finding, you will not find any status here. First time if you are booking, you can go to the sample booking. You click on the sample booking. The window will open. And this is only exclusively designed right now for the UN certification, application of new UN certification. So this will be freezed. You will not be able to edit this. Then you can change the contact person. If you have given 3 or 4 contact persons to IIP, those names also will be listed here. From the drop down, you can select the contact person and you have to give the proper mobile number. So to this mobile number, the messages will be sent. Email also you have to give the proper email ID. Once we complete the testing, your sample meets the requirement of IMDG and IATA, then this reports will be sent through email. And simultaneously, you will get the message also that the testing is done and the particular report, UN certificates, is been sent to your email ID. That this also you will get it. SMS also will get it. Then the reference date automatically it will come in the first. You can always get the pro forma invoice from IIP and make the payment before you start this booking. So you can, if you have any reference for the particular companies will be having, suppose modern enterprises, they can make modern enterprise, then they can make a date or something like that. Day 2019, 20, like they can create their own references. This will be for the particular this thing activity. See, whenever you write some letter, corresponding letter, and you will be maintaining some reference. The same way you can maintain the reference here also. You can mention that. Otherwise, it will be automatically it will be generated a covering letter. And then receive detail. Either you can, after filling this form, after booking is done, you can send through courier or you will be sending through a customer or by transport. This you can mention it here. The sample has to be sent once the booking is done. And you can select the payment mode, how you are going to make the payment, whether you are going to make through NEFT or RTGS or DD. Suppose you are going to make through NEFT. If you have done already the NEFT, then you have to select the NEFT. Then you have to mention the details, UTR number. You have to mention the UTR number, what number it is. Whatever payment you have done, the UTR reference number you can mention. The amount, the pro forma invoice will be raised to you. So against that, suppose you have mentioned this amount you have paid, then you can mention what is the amount you have paid and what is the date of payment. It is not the same day you will be making payment. Sometimes you are making on the same day, you can mention the same day. That is not a problem. Then next, there are so many other things, certificate, whatever you find, you have to fill. And number of samples, you maintain the number of sample always 1. This has been given in case of, suppose we are going to apply for 2 different samples. Suppose we are going to apply for 210 liter capacity plastic drum and one corrugated fiberboard box. Or you are making a plastic drums only, let's say 60 liter drum, and you are going to make another certificate for 210 liter capacity drums. Then you are not supposed to put 2 here. You have to always maintain 1, because each and every application you have to, each and every different samples you have to fill the things. The company type, whether you are a ISO certified company or non-ISO certified company. If you are non-ISO certified company, the certificate validity will be only 6 months. If it is ISO certified company, the validity will be 1 year. And sample, you have to select the sample. There is the sample list is there. This list is generated according to the IMDG and IATA books. You will find this list of the samples. Let's say you are going, if you are if you want to take the certificate for corrugated fiberboard box, then it will be 4G. See, once you select the sample, the dimension detail will come. See, earlier it was blank. Below this dimension, it was blank. But once you select the sample, let's say 1A1, it is a metal drum, then automatically the dimensions will get updated according to the sample. You can select the specimen. If you are not aware about the coding system, what it is, what is 4G, what is 1A1, you are not aware, you can refer the books. Or if you are our regular customer, you will have the certificate with you, the previous certificate, the UN marking. You can see that UN marking. If you see the UN marking, on the UN marking, you will find there will be a 5H3 or whatever specimen is there. The marking will start from this number only. 4G stands for boxes, and 5H3 stands for the woven sacks. So everything can be selected, 5H1, 5H2, all those things. So you can select that specimen, for which specimen, what sample you want to do the test. UN certificate type. You want to take the certificate for C or air. If in case the similar drum, I wanted to have two different certificates, I want to have air as well as C, then you have to apply for 2 times, 2 different application you have to make. Suppose we are going to 4G box, I wanted to have the certificate on C, then you can select C. When you click on this C, see there is a severity, there is nothing here. You can see there is a blank. This will pop up once you select the severity. There are 3 different severities. One is X, Y, Z. This is depends upon the chemical what you are going to export. In the dangerous goods list of chemicals, there are 3 different severity ranges are there. One is X, it is highly danger, Y is a medium danger, and Z is a less danger. So what type of chemical you are going to export? This chemical severity, you can even check your MSDS. There is a MSDS, whatever chemical you are going to export. If you are not aware about MSDS, you can always ask the information from your exporters. Whoever is going to see, somebody is buying us packaging from you for export of some chemical. For that he need a UN certification. Then you can ask them what is the chemical he is going to export. So they will be able to give you the MSDS, material safety data sheet. They will be sharing you the MSDS. You can check the MSDS. There are different points. I think 16 points will be there, and one of the point is transport information. Within the transport information, you will find UN number and packing group, all those things. The packing group corresponds to the severity. Suppose packing group 1 is X, packing group 2 is Y, and packing group 3 is Z. If it is going to export the packing group 3, then you have to click on this Z. When you click on this Z, you will find this, that will come here, the Z chemicals comes here. If he is going to export 2 different chemicals, Y and Z, then you can click on this Y and Z, both will appear here. So let's say we will go with only one group here. Let's say it is a Z group. Here, this density oblique weight it will show. In case if it is cotton boxes, then you have to put the gross weight here. In case if it is a metal drum, you have to put the density of the liquid what you are going to export. Let's say you are going to have this certificate for 10 different chemicals, and it is having variety of densities. Then you have to take the highest dense liquid. Let's say you are going to start from 0.9 gram per cc to 1.4 gram per cc. Then you have to take the higher most density like 1.4. But in this case, as we have selected, it is a 4G box. Here we have to mention the gross weight. Let's say 18 kg or 15 kg is your gross weight. Gross weight means it includes everything: weight of the box, weight of the container inside, weight of the liquid, and weight of the tapes, weight of the straps. It is a complete weight of the box. So this is a density or weight of the box. You have to mention that. As it is pressure, it is showing S because it is a solid product. If you are going to select the 4G box, then it is a solid product, so it will show S only. In case if you have selected liquid product, then the pressure has to be evaluated. See, you can see whatever I am saying here, everything will be there in your previous certificate. If you are seeing the UN marking, UN marking, you will find everything in the UN marking. From the UN marking only you can fill it everything. So who is going to export? Suppose the exporter name, you have to mention that exporter name. You here in this exporter name, you don't have to write the complete address of the exporter, just name. Even you don't have to write the location, whether it is Chennai or Hyderabad or whatever. You don't have to write the exporter's place. You just have to write the exporter's name. Now the problem here is, problem in the sense you have to be very careful when you are filling, because suppose some spelling error is coming here, the same thing will be coming into the certificate. The same thing is going to come in the report, because as we are not aware about who is the exporter, what is the spelling of the name. Okay, so you have to be very careful when you are filling. You have to see, this will even from our side, when we are typing something, it may typographical error may lead some errors in the report. So you have to be a little cautious when you are filling the data. And quantity of the sample, as per the protocol we have mentioned in the website also, how many samples you have to submit. In case of boxes, you have to submit 8 number of sample. You don't have to write numbers here, not like that. You just have to put just the numbers. You don't have to write the numbers or something, just 8 or 10 or 12 or whatever it is. Date of manufacture, it is very, this is also very important one. Date of manufacturing, suppose you are filling today, you cannot mention the same day, because you will not be manufacturing today and you will be submitting the sample. So let's say maybe some 2 or 3 days back, if you have manufactured the same thing. So this is very important here. The date of manufacture also will be mentioned in the certificate. Whatever certificate if you have taken earlier, you can refer the certificate properly. The date of manufacture will be there. And one more thing is that the certificate validity will be estimated from the date of manufacture. Suppose you mentioned 20th August and you have mentioned ISO certificate here, then you have to attach the certificate, ISO certificate copy also, the valid ISO certificate copy you have to attach here for our verification. We will be verifying if the certificate is valid, then automatically this will be calculated from 28th August 2020, exactly 1 year. So 27th August 2021, the certificate will be printed if your ISO certificate is valid. That is what you have to fill. Now the dimensions, it is mentioned here: internal length, internal width, and internal height. So these 3 dimensions has been mentioned here. So if you say that my internal length is 245 mm, it is mentioned here. Suppose if you want to change the unit or something like that, you can change it, then you can give the value according to that. But as we are following this, you can maintain this internal length, internal width, and internal height. So these are the dimensions. Let's say if you want to add some more dimension, you can click add new dimension. So when you click on this add new dimension, there is an empty box is created here. Okay. Thickness, if you want to add, you can add thickness. Let's say 5. Okay. And if you want to add some more dimensions or some more information, you want to add it in your report, then you can add in this. So this is about the dimensions. Now sample description. The sample description, if you see your certificate page, there is a certificate. The certificate is issued in the certificate page. You will find description of the package. The same thing you have to mention here. Let's say 7 ply, no, small box. You can mention